What if I told you that many real-world crises were emotionally rehearsed in movies years before they happened? Movies don't predict the future. They train how people feel and react when the future arrives. Let's look at the timeline. 1974, movie released, Death Wish, a man becomes judge, jury, and executioner. The message trained was simple. When the system fails, violence becomes justice. 10 to 30 years later in the real world, mob lynchings increased, encounter killings gained public support, and vigilante culture slowly became acceptable. First it was accepted on screen. Then it became acceptable in society. 1976, movie released, Taxi Driver, a lonely, angry man rejected by society. Violence becomes his identity. 23 years later in 1999, the Columbine school shooting shocked the world. Hundreds of similar attacks followed worldwide. The emotional blueprint of rage was created decades earlier. 1987, movie released, Wall Street, the famous line, "Greed is good." Manipulation and excess were turned into entertainment. 14 to 21 years later, 2001 saw the Enron scam, and 2008 saw the global financial crisis. Greed was glorified first, then it collapsed the real economy. 1995, movie released, Outbreak, Lockdowns. Panic buying. Military control. Global fear. 25 years later in 2020, COVID-19 brought lockdowns, mass panic, isolation, and worldwide fear. 2011, movie released, Contagion, almost the exact same pandemic behavior was shown in detail. 9 years later, the real-world public reaction followed the same emotional pattern. The virus was real. But the fear response was already trained. 1999, movie released, The Matrix, virtual life replaces real life. 5 to 25 years later, social media addiction exploded, smartphones took over, AI entered daily life, and digital identity became stronger than real identity. 2002, movie released, Minority Report, predictive crime. Surveillance justified for safety. 13 to 20 years later, facial recognition became normal, predictive policing spread, and mass digital surveillance quietly expanded. 2013, movie released, Her, a man falls in love with artificial intelligence. 9 to 11 years later, AI girlfriends appeared, companion chatbots became common, and emotional bonding with machines became real. First imagined, then accepted, then normalized. 2019, movie released, Joker, a broken man turns violence into protest. The villain becomes the hero. 1 to 3 years later, global riots, mob rage, and viral violence culture spread worldwide. The movie didn't create the anger. It gave anger moral permission. Movies do not cause disasters. But they emotionally rehearse society before reality arrives. They don't tell people what to do. They teach people how to feel about what they do. Before society acts, it first imagines. And cinema is where imagination is emotionally trained. You don't need to stop watching movies. But you must stop watching them unconsciously. Because whatever you repeatedly watch, eventually becomes what your mind accepts as normal.